Nigeria Immigration Service begins contactless passport application in Europe on Friday. One may ask, how does this thing relate to the Biafran movement, or how does it relate to the killings in Biafra territory? Let me shock you how it relates. One thing about this so-called government of Tinubu is they like to copy. They went and copied Obi's agenda, Obi's mantra, without not looking deep into what it contains. After rubbishing Obi during the campaign that na statistics will go up, he later fall back to that same statistic without knowing the person who have that mantra, or rather who have that what do they call it, campaign promises, how he intend to achieve it. That is why he failed. Now, this is what Simon Ekpa announced some couple of months ago, that this is how Biafrans all over the world, because they know their Biafrans are scattered everywhere, how they can be able to get their passport done without not going to any consulate. Now, Nigerian government have copied it. This is a copy government. This is Simon Ekpa's mandate and idea being copied by this government. You will see that this thing won't last because of their corruption. Yes, you know why it cannot last? Because the consulate will make sure that this thing never see the light of the day. You need to go to their consulate and they give you the charges they want. But when you go through the online, you pay official price. Are you hearing me now? That is why it can never see the light of the day. Even if it works, but it can never last up to 1 year. I know them. That is the zoo, where corruption has been celebrated. So my wonderfully made Biafran brothers and sisters, this is another idea of Simon Ekpa, or rather another idea of the Biafrans being stolen and copied by a copy government named Tinubu's era. Let us read other headlines. The only country where you will wake up, all you keep hearing is bad news. There's nothing like good news in that country. From my childhood down to my age today, and I've ever woke up and say, oh, this is the good news that everybody will celebrate. Nigeria Correctional Center, don't they release inmates now, make them go rob. When they rob finish, they come back and give them their own court. It happens in Delta State. But they will always come out and tell you they deny releasing inmates for robbery operation in Delta State. But that is the main news. A country that always supports evil will always see evil. This is a country that have nothing, I repeat, nothing whatsoever to offer, either to you or to anybody. In fact, they don't even hold explanation to anybody. All they think is about their own self, which is the people at the seat of power. Now, prison officials now, because of hunger and other things, I cannot blame them all. As simple as that. How much is their pay? How much are they taking back home? Even the so-called minimum wage never even reflect on their salary. They are still, most of them are still receiving 18,000 naira. Do you know when 18,000 naira was minimum wage? Some governors who are busy buying mansions and buying cars, buying a lot of private jets to their girlfriends and their concubines, can't even pay 30,000. Some northerners are still paying 18,000 naira minimum. In case I swear, this one it chopped my mouth. Moving forward, Trump withdraws U.S. from United Nations Human Rights Council. Donald J. Trump. EFCC debunks reports on witness testimony in a Emefiele's trial. These people, they don't reduce Emefiele to nothing. Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN. The Central Bank of Nigeria governor, CBN, because he is from an Igbo man. The person who appointed him to be the central bank, who did all those atrocities with him, they cannot hold that person. Do you know why? because that Buhari is not real. The people who rule with Emefiele, if they begin to probe that Buhari, the Buhari will open mouth and tell them that I'm not the real Buhari. I'm not the one that takes these decisions. Get this fact straight, my brother, then you will understand what is happening. The reason why Tinubu cannot probe Buhari is because the real Buhari, whom the so-called Nigerians elected, is dead. So the person who take all these decisions is the Cabals in Aso Rock. And that is why when you arrest this Buhari who came out and tell you he is living on his rented houses in Kaduna, he is right. Every gratuity that is coming to that Buhari have been taken over by Cabals who ruled in favor of him. Or rather to Aisha Buhari, who came out to open the Nigerians' eyes. But Nigerians that are stiff-necked people, they refuse to learn. They refuse to understand when a woman in the house come out and cry. Nigerians ask who is in Aso Rock, who is ruling you people. They call him he only belong to my kitchen and the other room, and people use it to do caricature. But she came out to voice out her concern when she said that Buhari is no more in office, so that people who are ruling Nigerians are Cabals. Everybody call her names. So the gratuity is either going to Aisha Buhari or to Cabals who rule in place of Buhari, because Buhari is no more. So that fugitive, that Sudanese, have nothing to say. And when you go to arrest him, he will come out and spill the beans. Some people don't understand what is happening. My people, I beg, if you get this message, like it, share it, comment on it, and make sure you keep subscribing for more interesting videos coming your way. My name is Sediman Amandia Neze. Let us go straight to the reason why we are here, the copy government. Nigerian Immigration Service is set to introduce a contactless passport application system in Europe, with the United Kingdom serving as the coordinating center. The initiative, scheduled for unveiling on Friday, February 7, will allow Nigerians in the diaspora to renew their passport online without visiting physical offices. The Controller General of Nigerian Immigration Service, Kemi Nandep, made the announcement during a consultative visit to the Chairman and CEO of the Nigerian Diaspora Commission, Abike Dabiri Eriwa, in Abuja on Tuesday. Nandep, in a statement signed by the NIDCOM spokesperson Abdul Rahman Balogun, explained that the initiative aims to simplify the passport renewal process for Nigerians abroad, saving time and reducing travel costs. However, she clarified that the system is only for passport renewals and does not apply for first-time applications or minors. Nandep emphasized that Nigerians living abroad can initiate the renewal process up to a year before their passport expiration. This initiative, set for launch on 7th of February 2025, will enable Nigerians in diaspora to apply for new passports online from the comfort of their homes, she was quoted saying. She commended NIDCOM for its role in creating awareness about programs that benefit Nigerians in the diaspora. The Controller General also highlighted President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's directive to ease passport processing for Nigerians abroad. She revealed that the Minister of Interior Olubunmi Tunji Ojo has approved a new passport processing facility in New York to address backlogs, with plans to open additional offices in the US and other countries. Dabiri Eriwa welcomed the development, describing it as a significant step towards more efficient and secure passport processing for Nigerians overseas. She affirmed NIDCOM's commitment to supporting and monitoring the initiative. The launch of the contactless passport application solution in Europe is a significant step towards efficient, secure, and convenient travel document management for Nigerians in the diaspora. NIDCOM will continue to support, monitor, and collaborate with the Nigerian Immigration Service to ensure the success of this initiative, the NIDCOM boss was quoted saying. The contactless passport application system was first introduced in Canada, where it received positive feedback from the Nigerians. Moving forward. Nigeria Correctional Service Center denied releasing inmates for robbery operations in Delta State. The Nigerian Correctional Service Delta State Command has debunked the allegations that officers released inmates for Obila operation, suggestive of robbery operations in the state, and not true. The rumors making around alleged that Okere prison wardens usually release prisoners and return them to prison. In a statement signed by the Police Public Relations Officers Delta State Command, AC Allen Iloba, on Tuesday in Asaba described the report making rounds on social media as false and a vile figment of the imagination of the writer. It reads, the attention of the Nigerian Correctional Service Delta State Command has been drawn to a purported online report with the above caption by an unreliable source, Wore Aproko 2, alleging that officers of the Nigerian Correctional Service released inmates from the medium security custodial centers Ware to go for Omila operation. That is a robbery operation, and thereafter return them to the facility when the operation is completed. The command wishes to emphatically submit that this report making rounds on social media is false, unpatriotic, and a very figment of the imagination of the writer in its entity, as it is fabricated to truncate the existing peace in Warri and maliciously drag the name of this reputable institution in the mud. For the avoidance of doubt, no inmate on death row under any guise is allowed to get close to the gate lodge, talk much of going out for robbery operation. Apparently, the writer is utterly ignorant of the modus operandi of the Nigeria Correctional Service Center. Hence, the malicious report was intended to mislead the general public. Ware Aproko has no office and address or phone numbers, only a faceless Facebook account where unconfirmed stories are posted. The Nigerian Correctional Service Center Delta State Command implores media outlets to diligently verify their stories before going to press, saying that NCOS officers are committed to upholding justice and ensuring that inmates in our custody are reformed, rehabilitated, and properly reintegrated at the expiration of their sentence. Moving forward, Trump withdraws U.S. from United Nations Human Rights Council. President Donald J. Trump on Tuesday signed an executive order that will withdraw the United States from the United Nations Human Rights Council. The order would also withdraw the U.S. from the United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestinian Refugees in the Near East and will review involvement in the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. The moves were made in protest against what White House Staff Secretary Schaaf described as anti-American bias at the United Nations agencies. 47 members of the United Nations Human Rights Council are elected by the General Assembly to 3-year terms, with the United States ending its latest term on December 31st. It currently has observer status at the body. Tuesday's orders would appear to end all U.S. participation in the Council's activities, which include reviews of countries' human rights records and specific allegations of rights abuses. More generally, the executive order calls for a renewal of American involvement and funding in the United Nations in the light of the wide disparities and levels of funding among different countries, said Schaaf. Trump highlighted the tremendous potential of the United Nations but said it is not being well run. Injustice is too much. It should be funded by everybody, but we are disproportionate, as we always seem to be, he said. Trump has long railed against Washington's level of funding of multilateral bodies, calling for other countries to increase their contributions, notably at the military alliance, NATO. Yunrewa is the chief. UNRWA is the chief and head agency for Palestinians, with many of the 1.9 million people displaced by the war in Gaza dependent on its deliveries for survival. Under Trump, Washington has backed a move by Israel to ban the agency after the U.S. ally accused UNRWA of spreading hate material. U.S. funding of UNRWA was halted in January 2024 by the administration of then-President Joe Biden after Israel accused 12 of its employees of involvement in Hamas' October 7, 2023 attack. A series of probes found some neutrality-related issues at UNRWA, but found no evidence for Israel's chief allegations, and most other donors that had similarly suspended funding resumed their financial support. Earlier in this latest term, Trump also withdrew from the Paris Climate Accord and began withholding from the World Health Organization, of which it is the largest donor. Each of the withdrawals has been a repeat of Republican billionaires' first term in office, which ended in 2021. The last but not the least, EFCC debunks reports on witness testimony in Emefiele's trials. By Solomon Odeniyi, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has dismissed claims that one of its key witnesses justified vehicle procurement contracts awarded during the tenure of former Central Bank of Nigeria Governor Godwin Emefiele. According to EFCC, the prosecution witness and the former head of the CBN Procurement Department, Salahu Ghana, was reported as justifying the vehicle procurement contract awarded during Emefiele's tenure, contrary to the case of alleged contract irregularities alleged in the charges against him. The agency also said Ghana was to have testified that procurement processes in awarding the contract adhered strictly to legal and regulatory guidelines. This is far from the truth. The EFCC's head of media and publicity, Dele Oyewale, said in a statement on Tuesday. Oyewale clarified that Ghana, the 10th prosecution witness, did not testify in favor of the contract, but instead revealed that confidential bidding information was leaked to April 1616, giving the company an unfair advantage in securing the contracts. The witness on Monday, February 3, 2025, told the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, presided over by Justice Hamza Muazu, that the contract award for the procurement of the vehicles by the then CBN was weighed in favor of April 1616, owing to leakage of bidding information to the company. Ghana, former head of the procurement department at the CBN, while being led in evidence by the prosecution counsel, Rotimi Oyedepo, SAN, revealed in his testimony that quotations for procurement of vehicles were received from 3 motor companies, RT, Briscoe Global Motors, and April 1616 and April 1616 eventually lifted the contract because the company had foreknowledge of bids made by the 2 other competing companies. We initiated the procurement process and requested quotations from Globe Motors, RT, Briscoe, and April 1616, was given a guide to the inline estimate, allowing it to submit the lowest bid at 69 million naira compared to RT's 77 million 50,000 naira and Globe Motors of 77,179,999 kobo. Ghana told the court. Oyewale said Ghana further revealed that while April 1616 was provided with confidential pricing information, the other bidders were not, and the procurement was subsequently approved by Emefiele. The former CBN governor is facing a 20-count amended charge, including allegations of conferring corrupt advantages, criminal breach of trust, forgery, conspiracy, and obtaining $6.23 million by false pretense. So my people, this is the message I have for my people this morning. I want you to like, share, comment, and keep subscribing because more of these videos will come in your way. My name is Sediman Amandia Neze. I'll be right back again with another big blockbuster. Ke Mesiano, my wonderful people. Because I'm a udo yachi.